Welcome, everybody. This is BJ with the Financial and Security Products Association, and I'm here for today's webinar with Forza, Run Your Business from the Palm of Your Hand. I'm going to do a little housekeeping before we get started. First of all, you are muted during the program because we are recording this and we did want to have the audio clear. Do please put questions in the question box, and once we're done with the presentation, I will take the questions up one by one. And we intend to keep this under an hour so that there'll be time for all the questions to be answered. I am going to upload the webinar to the FISPA website. I should have that done by tomorrow afternoon. It will be on the webinar tab on fspa1.com. It is not behind the login in case you have anyone from your company that you'd like to have see it. And if you'd like additional information or copy the slides, Adam and the team from Forza will be following up with you after the webinar. With that said, I'd like to turn the presentation over to Drew.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, BJ. I want to thank BJ for organizing the webinar and allowing us to join the members today, and thank everyone for all the support FSPA has given us and the opportunity to share more about our ERP today. As we learn more with the team today to share about Forza built on SAP Business One, we're going to share with you the benefits of a true ERP. As you know, most of your organizations need to utilize tools, in many cases separate, disparate tools that don't talk to one another for finance, CRM, warehouse management, project management, etc. And we're excited to share more and the level of interest we've seen already from FSPA around utilizing a true ERP with one system from quote to cash. And today I'll introduce our team. Again, my name is Drew Cataldo, Vice President of Business Development. Also leading the call today will be Adam Rosenthal, Senior Account Manager that's responsible for the FSPA partnership, and also John Souders, IT Services Consultant, who's one of our specialists around Forza and SAP Business One that'll be handling our demonstration for today. So with that, I'll turn the floor over to Adam.
Thank you very much, Drew. There we go. Thank you very much, Drew. So this is our value statement, and today we're going to share with you how we can help you run your business in the palm of your hand. In the value statement, you will notice that one of the things we do is eliminate purpose-built, what we call purpose-built disjointed software. If you're using software built specifically for another industry or have several bolted-on software, we can help by providing a horizontal fit. What that means is it can work in all different areas and different types of companies. It's not pigeonholed into one. We're also going to show the true quote-to-cash solution. So what you're looking at here, or let's just say, what is Forza ERP? Forza ERP is a single sign-on, one database solution. When you look into the Forza wheel, you can see all of the items that are included. So it is an integrated solution. There aren't expensive bolt-ons that have to be purchased to run your core business. Single sign-on, and this includes budgeting, true asset management, both taxed and booked, field service, project management, time completion, billing, and more. It's one database, one record. So in Forza, SAP Business One, we have one record, and that record's either going to be a prospect, customer, or a vendor. Some of the customers ask, well, SAP, that's a big company, you know, who buys this? This solution, Business One, is actually targeted for small and medium-sized businesses. Best of all, if you choose us as a vendor, you have one vendor to deal with. There's no excuses. Take an update, one of your bolt-ons breaks. It's one size fits all, one solution. SA Business One talking about it being a horizontal solution. There are right now over 65,000 customers, 1 million users across the globe use this product, and light up to it every year. Worried about getting updates and making sure you're staying current with the ever-changing tide of business and disruptions. SAP invests approximately $4 billion every year in research and development, and a factoid: 76% of all world transactions are going to be touched by some kind of SAP system. It is definitely the workplace of the future. Similar to your phone, but in the business world, there's a website available for you to actually look. If you wanted a GPS app for your phone, you would go to the iStore, or you would go to an Android store, and you would download an application. You wanted to do expenses, you would go download it. This website has, like I said, a couple thousand products, and allows, as your business is changing, it allows you to download an app. Now, there may be some training needed, but there are apps. Some examples: you need for some reason you install safes, but now you're doing some manufacturing. There's an app for manufacturing. E-commerce, enhanced EDI. There is no planned obsolescence with SAP Business One and, of course, Forza. So before we actually get into the demonstration with the handheld, we're going to go through some slides that will just outlay some of the functionality and the highlights of our solution. So the first slide is talking about our integrated mobile CRM. You will see a little bit of the application, which is Android or iOS, that John will be showing here in just a few minutes. But some highlights: again, that's one record in the solution. There's integrated dashboards. There are for the CRM, we have integrations with campaign management, such as MailChimp, if you're using HubSpot. In fact, with our CRM, it actually can be used by anyone. It's not just relegated to a sales rep. If you have someone, an inside salesperson, or even a manager, everyone can use this app, because essentially a CRM is a customer relationship manager. So it is designed to make sure that everyone can have a 360-degree view of the customer. So this is dedicated to barcoding. What we have found is, even though it's 2020, there are many software vendors out there that do not provide a workable barcode solution. So you have many different options, including devices. So if you wanted to use a ruggedized Android device, you can also use that with our barcoding solution. It is integrated. There's no separate screen. There's no separate bolt-on. And there are many statistics showing how barcoding could reduce operating expenses up to 35% and increase inventory accuracy by 60% as well. Interactive and intuitive dashboards. Again, this is for the technicians. The service piece is both Android and it's Apple. We also have an enhanced dispatch console, which is also web-based. So if a dispatcher is on the road or wants to use a tablet, or service manager, or anyone in the organization for after hours, you have full use of the dispatch console. In regards to our application, a couple of the features in the solution that are unique are, number one is expense entry, which allows techs to add additional items. If they have to go to Home Depot and buy something, they can add that, or stay in a hotel, they can add that right into the solution, and it flows into our time and expense in SAP Business One. Customer web portal. There are many versions of this portal. Depending on what you want to do, in this particular screen, you'll see that there's a couple laptops for sale and a Alexa. Essentially, you have a portal that allows customers to be able to enter service calls, view status, order supplies, and view item usage. But in addition to this, you can also sell items. So if you're in the ATM business or the safe business and you want to put some of your top items up for sale, this will pull right out of the inventory in your solution. We also offer ACH, so if someone wants to pay either by credit card or ACH. Now, if you want the customer to use a credit card, there are some companies that software vendors that actually own their credit card vendor and they make you use it at high rates. With ours, you can choose up to 60. We do not own the credit card vendor, so that's an option. If you need straight out e-commerce, we have integrations also into tools like Magento. Integrated project management. This is really, I get more calls from the FSPA members asking about project management. This is not an option. This is a standard part of our solution, and some highlights are things like time completion billing. We also have, you can actually take any type of transaction you want into our projects. You can have multiple projects, multiple stages, and best of all, you'll have real-time view into budgeting for a project and real-time profitability. Contracts. With our solution, our billing contracts is very robust. You can actually give the customer what they need, not just what a purpose-built software produces. So if a customer has specific needs, whether they need it in an Excel format, electronic, even EDI, we can facilitate that for you. And best of all, they can view, access, and pay online. Accounting and finance and reporting. I would say this is probably the most compelling reason. We are truly GAAP and SOX compliant. All of our transactions can be history logged, fields can be locked down. We do have bank reconciliation. It doesn't matter what bank you use, we can pull those files right into the solution. For those companies that require robust financials, most software can really go down using Crystal one level or two at the most. With our solution, SAP Business One, you can actually drop down to approximately 12 levels of drill down. We have dynamic GLs, which allow multiple revenue streams to go through a single GL, general ledger account. There's budgeting, time and expense. There's actual import, export from Excel right through the actual user interface. The list with our financials is absolutely endless. Relationship maps, dashboards, and alerts. Essentially, with our solution, we change a paradigm in which instead of working completely from reports, every user can have designated dashboards or multiple dashboards. So when they light up to SAP B1 Forza, they will see their dashboard, and whether it's financial, whether it's service, whether it's production, open items, they'll be able to see all of the dashboards. We also introduced something a little bit different, is what we call workflow wizard or manager. And with the workflow manager, we can actually stop a user from doing something and require approval. Just one quick example would be an employee, a CSR, gives an unauthorized discount. Instead of the system allowing you to do that and then sending an alert later, the order will be put on hold. the manager or the person in the chain of command will be notified, and either through the actual software or through a mobile device, which John will show you, they can actually just approve it, and then it can flow back and run through its process. And so today's topic, run your business from the palm of your hand. John is going to show you some functionality. This is available either Android or iOS. As a matter of fact, you can go to the either store and type in SAP Business One, and you'll find this app, and you can actually run it in demo mode and actually replicate what John is going to show today. You can check dashboards or reports right from the app. If you want to look at a P&L, or if I'm a sales rep and want to look at my sales dashboard, I can do that. I can check or add opportunities, activities, and pipeline management. I can also, if I'm at a customer's office, instead of just being able to see an address and a name, I can actually look up a 360 view of a customer. So if I want to look at, credit, what their credit is, what they purchased, what service contracts, order history, contacts, all of that is available from the app, and it will work on either a smart device or it'll work on a tablet. You'll be able to. This app can be also used by delivery persons. So if I'm actually going out locally delivering something, I can actually go in and look and see what open deliveries I have to make, and then I can actually close those as well, and everyone would have visibility. You can check inventory, pricing. In addition, you can also view and add proposals as well as sales orders. So right from your car, you could actually send out a sales order or a proposal. So now I'm going to turn this over to John for his part of the demonstration.
Thank you, Adam. And once again, it's a pleasure speaking with all of you today. Let me pull up my mobile application here. And this is the screen for our SAP Business One application. As Adam mentioned earlier, this application is completely native on the phone, and it is also iOS and Android compatible as well. Now, what I'm demoing off of today is my iPhone, but the application can be run on any mobile device as well. And what you see here on the home screen is a to-do list. So this shows all of the activities that I have as a user throughout the day. So for instance, if I click on this top one up here for plan next year, I can see the activity. I can see the business partner that this activity is for, the contact person. I can also see if there's a specific subject or if it's linked to a specific document within the system, whether it's a sales opportunity, a sales quote, sales order, so on and so forth. And I can scroll down here and I can see the start time, end time, the duration for that activity, the address if this is going to be a meeting on site with a customer. And then I also have the ability to add any attachments, whether it's a PDF file, whether it's an Excel file, maybe a picture. If I go back here and I move, and if I actually swipe left, I can also see some default KPIs that the application allows for users as well. So I, as a business owner, some of the things that are very important to me would be how much cash I have on hand, and some of the other KPIs such as outgoing payments, incoming payments, and sales orders. So I can track my organization's performance right from one of these dashboards here. And the further into the demo I go, there'll be more reporting capabilities and more dashboard capabilities that will be available to users as well. Now, if I toggle over from the home button to the modules menu down here, all of these modules are functionalities that are within the SAP Business One and Forza application and for the desktop version. And again, all the functionality within the desktop version is also available within the mobile application as well. So just moving right from top to bottom, if I go into my activities here, it's going to show me a calendar. And I can see any activities that I would have today. I can also create a new activity as well. For instance, it can be a phone call, it could be a meeting, a task, a note, or other. I can also select a business partner that's already within the system. And as Adam mentioned, we are working from one record, one record. So we're working from a business partner master data. Now within the business partner master data, you have your prospects, which would be your leads. And then you also have your customers and then your vendors. So if it was a lead, if it was an activity for Andreas Ackerman, I'll just add them in. And you can see that the system automatically populated certain fields, such as the default contact person. And then if I go in here for a subject, I can create one. I can also, as I mentioned, link this to a sales opportunity and order a quote or a delivery as well. If I go down here, it says that it's handled by a specific user. So my user's name is Tom Mobile in here. And then I can also set the start and end time as well. If I go back into the activities list here, I can also sync this right to my calendar as well. Now, one of the really nice things about SAP Business One is that we do have the ability to sync the calendar within SAP Business One into an Outlook interface as well. So if you're an organization that's using Microsoft Outlook for your email, all the activities, the meetings, and things that are scheduled within SAP Business One will also show up on the Outlook interface. Moving right down the list here for approvals, as Adam mentioned, we have a proactive workflow built into SAP Business One, and this capability extends out into the mobile applications as well. For instance, we can see here by type for the approvals that we have requests for delivery and requests for sales quotes. So if I go into this specific sales quote here, I can take a look at all of the details, and if it looks good to go, I can click approve. And if it's something that I would not approve for one of my employees, then I would just reject that request. And then we also have alerts built in here as well. So similar to the approvals, we do have alerts built into the system as well. So for instance, if there's, as you can see here, from discount. So essentially, as long as the data is within Forza and SAP Business One, we can create an alert for it, we can create an approval for it, we can create a report for it, a dashboard for it, whatever the case may be in terms of how you want to view that information. And then coming back to the modules menu here, we have the business partner. So again, I can filter by leads, by customer, and by vendors. And it's as simple as going up to this plus button up here in the top right, and I can enter in any new business partner, whether it is a lead, a customer, or a vendor. And you have the customer type here as well. And then all you would have to do is just fill in that information that you have from them. Again, moving back to the modules here, we have an inventory module, so I can see all of the items that I have in inventory. If I just click on this first one that we have here, it's going to show us specific information. So we have an item code, a description, a unit price, in-stock quantity, the shipping type that you have for this specific piece, this specific item, as well as the manufacturer. And then you can see we also have images that we can input into the mobile application as well. We also have price lists, and what you're seeing here is roughly 5 or 6 different price lists. Within SAP Business One, you have the ability to assign up to 10 different price lists within the system. So if you're doing special government contracts or education contracts, whatever the case may be, you can set up to 10 different price lists within the system. We can also track opportunities. So what the application is telling me right now is that we have no open opportunities. So if I scroll through, if I filter over to the one opportunities, I can see if I just select on one here, it's going to provide us with information, status, the closing rate percentage, potential amount, the sales employee, and the sales date. And then we can also track the specific stages for an opportunity as well. We can also see opportunities that were lost. And again, if there were any that were open, that would show up here on the All tab where we have either lost, won, or open. And again, going up here, I can add a new sales opportunity by clicking the plus sign on the top right and fill out the information from there. And the same would go for sales quotations as well. So I can see open quotes, I can see my specific quotes, And if I am an executive or if I'm a manager of the sales team, I can see all the sales quotes that are out there. Let's go into one of the open quotes that we have here. And then we can see the header information on the quote. So I can see the business partner, the contact person, the currency, the sales employee. I can see its status, when it was posted, when it's valid until. I can see the total before discount, the discount applied. I can see the tax and the total as well. And what's nice about this is, again, because it's SAP Business One and it's a fully consolidated and cyclical ERP system, all of the information and all of the data is working from one record as well. So a lot of this information, such as discounts and the tax codes, are going to automatically be populated based upon other fields within the system. Now I can go over to the Contents tab, and I can see what specifically is on a sales quote. I can also see the logistics, so I see where it's getting billed to, as well as the ship to address. Then I can see the accounting, so I can see the payment terms and the payment means as well. If I go up to the top right icon up in here, I can edit the quote, I can cancel the quote, I can copy this quote to an order if the quotation was signed by that customer or that prospect. I can also click this layout option here, and what it's going to do is show me that crystal report proposal layout or quotation to be sent off to that customer or that prospect as well. So what it's doing is it's pulling all of the line item information for the Contents tab, the Logistics tab, and the Accounting tab. And what it's going to do is provide us with that customer-facing documentation that you'll see right here. And let me blow it up for you here so that's easier to see. But essentially what we see here is the customer that it's going to, and these layouts are completely customizable. You'd see the sales quote, the document date, you can see the delivery address, and then you can see the descriptions, the quantities, the price total, the carryover total, any information listed down here that you would want on the bottom of the quote. And then you can see the tax details down here as well. Again, what's nice is if you notice at the top right, if I click send, I can email this directly to that customer or to that prospect. So I'll go back into our modules menu here and then click on the sales order. And again, it's similar to the sales quote where I can see what's open, I can see mine, and I can see all of the orders. And as Adam mentioned earlier as well, in terms of setting authorization levels within SAP Business One, that can also be applied to the mobile application as well. So you can limit what certain users are able to see. If I go into the delivery module here, I can see we have no open deliveries. So I'm going to go into one in particular here. And I can see, again, the header information. I can see its status. I can see the total before the discount that was applied, the contents, the logistics, the accounting information. And what's nice about this, too, if I look over on the accounting tab, we have this business partner project field here. So in terms of the project management capabilities within Forza and SAP Business One, you can assign specific documents to specific projects. And that goes along with the ability for project budgeting and project management within our ERP platform. So you can keep track of the different budgets, the cost analysis within the projects that you're doing for your customers out in the field. If I go into service contract, I can see the service contracts that I have out there with my customers as well. And I can go in, I can see the contract details. Again, I can view any attachments if there were any attachments in here. I can also search the serial number or scan the serial number for anything that's associated to this contract as well. And it would be the same for service calls. So I can view service calls. I can see open ones, any that are pending. I can see my specific service calls as well as service calls that are within within the system in its entirety. And then we get to the report section as well. So we are in a generic demo database as I'm demoing this to you guys. So we only have 4 available to you today right now. But if I click on this credit limit by customer, what it's going to do is show me a specific Crystal report, and I can see the breakdown. I can see by customers, and I can see their credit limit as well as their balance that they have. If I go back, I can see a monthly sales analysis as well. So I'll click on that, and it's going to pull in all the information from the Forza and SAP Business One database right into this Crystal report for us here. So we can see the customer name, the amount, and the gross profit that each customer is contributing in terms of the revenue. And I also have the ability to send these reports as well via email. And I'll get back into the modules menu and click on the dashboards as well. What's really nice about these dashboards, and I'll go into this one, what we'll see here is that this screen is going to adjust itself. And what it's doing is it's pulling in the dashboards that we have within our application. So I can see the top 5 business partners by sale. What's also nice is, again, I can send this via email to somebody. I can also draw any notes that I need as well and send those notes to whoever it may be, whether it's somebody internally or if you would like to send this to somebody externally for whatever reason, you have the ability to do that. So it's very dynamic in terms of its reporting capabilities. Let's have it right set here for us. And that is a high level look inside the SAP Business One mobile application that is available to all of our Forza clients as well. I'll hand it back over to Adam here.
Nice job, John. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Let me pull up the slide
one
here.
other, just one topic, if for FSPA members that are doing project management, when someone's on this, on site at a customer's office, let's say they're doing an install and the customer forgot to buy something or they need to add something, they could simply do a quote or do a sales order and tie it to the actual project, so it will be captured. So tools and resources. We have many. The nice part about a piece of software or a technology that has 65,000 users, there is content everywhere. We have Forza web content, we have brochure collateral white pages, we have success stories. Also, from a help perspective, we have a well-trained staff that's there to help you. In the event you're using Forza SAP Business One and you have questions, there are thousands of videos out there. All of the help for SAP Business One is available on YouTube and as well as Google. So with this solution, you are definitely not alone. Thank you, John. And next slide, please. So just a paraphrase or a highlight reel of what we've shown you. We've got, one area too is the mobile application touches everyone's business. It's not just for sales reps. If you're a sales rep, you'll have that app, but you're only going to have, let's say, activities, calendars, opportunities, things of that nature. So this is a very, has a lot of breadth and depth to it. And if you have legacy, a legacy or purpose-built software, we can do conversions for you. Next slide, thanks. So the next step for us, if you'd like to engage or learn more about it, have a conversation with one of our Forza team members, or we can schedule a demonstration, a personal demonstration with you. You can contact myself or bcssales@allcovered.com. Slide. Thank you. There's my contact information as well as our general sales, which will also come to our team. And I'd like to turn this over for some questions and answers. And I really appreciate the FSPA members supporting us and spending time today on this webinar.
Okay, Adam. The first question I have is, can a manager design a screen in Forza so that the employee only sees the things they need?
Oh, wow, I haven't heard that. That's a great question. So many software companies, they serve up all the data and you push buttons and it says, oh, you can't go here, you can't go here. But we want to make it very easy for each user. So we call those screens forms, and every form in SAP Business One Forza can be customized. So the employee will only see their dashboard and only the fields that they're responsible for doing every day. Thank you for that question.
Okay. As a manager, can I approve a transaction or a discount?
Yeah, so we have a hierarchy built into our workflow manager within Forza SAP Business One. So if someone needs an approval, whether it's on a quote, John showed a little bit of this, but and it can be all different areas, but through the app, it's either going to, we have a console within the software where you will get alert and you can approve it, or if you have the app, that uses push notifications and you can approve it and it will be transactionally logged. Thank you for that question.
All right, and then the other question is, can all employees use the mobile app?
Yes, they can. We have different licensing, but our what we call our pro user, it comes with the CRM, and we also have for the for the sales reps, the CRM license also comes with the CRM as well. So we do encourage everyone to use it. A CRM, again, is a customer relationship management tool. It's not just for prospects. And thank you very much for that question.
Okay, are there any other questions? Okay, does the mobile app and using it on a desktop count as one seat, or how does that work?
It doesn't. When you have, it depends on what license you have, but no, typically for most of our licenses, the CRM is part of it. Whether you use it or not, it comes with it.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Well, I guess that's it with the questions then, Adam. And again, thank you everybody today for being part of this webinar. Thank you for the team at All Covered for the time and the effort it put to put this on. I will have the slides, the recording up on the FISPA website by tomorrow afternoon. And Adam will be following up with you on the slides. So thank you very, very much for joining us today. If you have any topics you'd like to see covered in future webinars, just let me know.
Thank you very much, BJ.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.